This episode is brought to you by Amazon Business. How can you free up your team from time-consuming office tasks? Amazon Business empowers leaders to not only streamline purchasing, but better support their teams so they can focus on strategy and growth. Free up your teams and focus on your future. Learn more about the technology, insights, and support available at amazonbusiness.com.
As a contractor, I don't pay for materials I don't use. So why would I pay for stuff I don't need in my mobile plan? That's why the new MyBiz plan from Verizon Business is so perfect. Now I can choose exactly what I want, and I only pay for what I need.
Right now, with MyBiz plan, get our best price, as low as $25 a line. Visit verizon.com/business to get started today. Price per month with 5+ lines. Includes autopay and paper-free billing and special intro offer discounts. Taxes, fees, economic adjustment charge, and terms apply. Offers end June 10th, 2025.
This is Optimal Work Daily. The Secret to Doing What You Love by James Altucher of jamesaltucher.com. I came to LA because I write films, the Uber driver told me. I wrote a movie about kids in a ghetto trying to survive. We were just going a few blocks. I was lazy and didn't feel like walking. So far, I had a meeting at CAA. Do you know who they are? He looked in the mirror at me. I said yes. And now my manager got me a meeting at Paradigm, he said. So I'm hopeful. I just drive this Uber to make money while I wait for my film to be made. Instead of driving an Uber, as long as you have a manager, why don't you try to write for TV? I said. Only a few movies are made each year, but there are so many more outlets for TV now that Netflix, Amazon, Hulu, and even Apple are doing original programming. I could do it, he said. I even have a contact at, and here he named a show I can't remember, who said he would hire me right away, but my heart is in cinema. I will only do cinema. Boom. Failure. Cinema. I'm sorry. A friend of mine is a DJ, but she makes no money. She works on her music, but also has a job at a clothing store to make money. I said to her, why don't you DJ at weddings or bars? Get your name out there so people can find your music. Or you can even play your own music, and if you do a lot of events, you might find someone who wants to take you to the next level. She's been working on her music for almost 20 years. She said, I just want to stick to my own music. If I DJ at a wedding, I have to play other music. Boom. Failure. Just. I'm sorry, no judgments, but they're making it hard to do what they love. Understanding the art of the transition is the key. It's not beginning, work hard, success, end. It's taking each thing, moving it into the next, repeat, success. Jesse Itzler, who was on my podcast after writing Living with Seal, was a rapper in the early 90s. His rap name was Jesse James. Check out the video for his song Shake It Like a White Girl. At the time, it was Jesse versus Vanilla Ice, and Ice sort of won, or sort of didn't. Who can judge? He didn't want to fail, so he started making and producing songs for sports teams. He built an entire company out of making theme songs for sports. His music is heard anytime you walk into a stadium now. He sold that company for millions, started Marquee Jets after that, and sold that for millions to Berkshire Hathaway. He leveraged one interest into the next. He owns the Atlanta Hawks now. I'm sure if he wanted to try rapping again, he could do it. Did he give up on his dreams? No, he is living the dream. I wrote 4 unpublishable novels in the early 90s. I wrote maybe 100 short stories. I would send out 20 or 30 submissions a day to agents, publishers, literary journals, everywhere. 100% rejection. Hundreds of rejections. And I didn't do anything cute like wallpaper my room with rejections. I was simply depressed and rejected. But I figured, let's do something with this. I got a job at HBO. I started pitching TV shows. They said no and no and no. Okay, I leveraged that into starting a website development company that focused on entertainment clients. HBO was the first client, and then Miramax, Universal, BMG, Sony, New Line, People, etc., etc. I sold that company for millions. I went into the financial business. Eventually, I started writing about finance. I started another company in the business that involved a lot of my writing. Sold that for millions. Started another company and another company. 18 books later, I just started another novel. Your heart is in fiction, an agent recently told me. You should write there. We'll represent you. Okay, I will. Transitions are the key. There's no such thing as I love this and then ABC and success happens. There's no beginning, middle, end where end equals success. That rarely happens. Maybe it happened to 2 people in life, Larry Page and Bill Gates. 2 out of billions. I wish I was Larry Page. Maybe I'm jealous of him. Here's how it happens. End, bitter end, horrible end, confusing end, why, and end. Middle, confusion, fog. What do I do now? Ideas, depression, fog, bad idea after bad idea, and then, finally, good idea. In the middle, you take the old, you tweak it, you try it in different ways, you work it. Beginning, the seeds planted for many new things, all generated as a combination of your ideas and your past loves. Success. Repeat. Don't outsource your self-esteem to only one outcome. Then, you are a slave to a future you can't predict. If Jesse Itzler did that, he still might be making YouTube rap videos in his mom's basement. If I did that, I'd probably be writing bad novels and living in a homeless shelter in Pittsburgh. If Ev Williams did that, instead of starting Twitter, he'd still be working on a platform for podcasters. Respect the transition. Ending, fog, beginning. The foggy scenes are the most suspenseful in the movie. They keep us on the edge of our seats. I hope my Uber friend remembers that. You just listened to the post titled, The Secret to Doing What You Love by James Altucher of jamesaltucher.com.
Spring savings are in the air and at Ross, where they have savings on all the brands you love. From the latest fashion to outdoor decor and even pet supplies, savings are in every aisle. Go to Ross and save 20 to 60% off other retailers' prices on your favorite spring finds.
Out here, there's no one way of doing things. No unwritten rules, and no shortage of adventure. Because out here, the only requirement is having fun. Bank of America invites kids 6 to 18 to golf with us. For a limited time, sign them up for a free one-year membership, giving them access to discounted tee times at thousands of courses. Learn more at bankofamerica.com/golf with us. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America. Restrictions apply. See BofA.com/golf with us for complete details. Copyright 2025 Bank of America Corporation.
And thank you to James for letting us share his work here today. He has founded or co-founded over 20 companies and published 20 books. He's also a contributor to the Financial Times, the Wall Street Journal, TechCrunch, and the Huffington Post. And you can hear him interview a bunch of talented people on his very own podcast, The James Altucher Show. And speaking of podcasts, if you like this idea of blog posts being put into audio form for you, check out our other shows which cover personal development, finance, health, relationships, and more. Just search for Optimal Living Daily wherever you're hearing this show to find all of our podcasts, or you can always come by oldpodcast.com to learn more. But that should do it for today. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will be back here tomorrow with you. So I'll see you there, where your optimal life awaits.